Now we move to the next speaker, and I would like to request Subhobroto Chakroborty. Yeah. So Subhobroto, you may need to help him to figure out where your presentation lies. Yeah, here you go, up.
Okay, so I'll just like to submit one point. We are talking Industry 4.0, okay, and skills for that. Has anybody checked the ground reality where India stands vis-a-vis the Industry 4.0 paradigm? We did some study, because I'm leading the Smart Manufacturing Standardization Bureau of Indian Standards. So as a pre-sanction study report, we did some study and we realized we are not even at 3.0. Okay, so there are different, you can say, isolated silos of categories of industries, like MNCs who put their plants. Yes, they can bring in anyway all the Industry 4.0 thing as it is from their European, Chinese, whichever plant. But then the majority is the low SMA. For them, automation per se, the 3.0 is still not on. So I think our approach to Industry 4.0 itself has to be a little grounded, grounds up. All those things, yes, they are very much relevant. Yes, we need to speed up to that Industry 4.0, but we'll have to walk all the steps of Industry 3.0 properly, skill them up, temperament of the industry, the businessmen, the management in the small industries. That will have to be, how do you skill them to change the temperament to be Industry 4.0 ready? That would be, I think, point which we could keep on the radar. It will help us.
Good evening. I think I'll make it very fast and quick and short. Since afternoon, rather morning, I was hearing a lot of insights. I actually learned more than what I'm presenting, but I'll really make it fast because there are a lot of speakers. So for quickly about me is that I've been working for last 25 years. I've been a brand and a marketing guy all my life. Last 2.5 years, I built my own consulting firm. And I will tell you my perception about this, knowledge gap, jobs, whatever I see among SMEs whom I work with. I also work with World Bank. I also work with Singapore, which is a very large, knowledge-driven companies. Along with, I also been studying and teaching a huge number, around 50 schools I've covered so far in India. I also teach I'm as a faculty for advertising, marketing, and digital. I see there's a huge amount of gap between the syllabus of what been taught still now in India. I am talking about, when I'm talking about these 50 business schools, I'm talking about across India. I find the syllabus is still old. There are a few universities. Digital, I will only talk about the digital part, which I understand a little more, is that I see the entire syllabus, what we have been taught is entire. If there are 2-year course, you have only 5 lectures on digital. If there's it does not make someone really digitally savvy. I see the same amount of problem happening in the digital courses. So you don't get much digital courses in India also. Now, who is going to teach? I'm going to come to that point. Around 15,000 over, students have been mentoring, coaching. I find them very, very unskilled when it comes to interview. They can't face interviews because half of them, they think they know Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, and they think that's digital. It doesn't happen like that. So there's a huge gap between what is happening and what people understand about digital marketing. Okay, the younger generation find them, they are very cool because they understand Snapchat, and most of us don't know how to use Snapchat. And that's the idea. They think that this is, we are very cool and we are much ahead of the system. But you ask them how to do a marketing on digital, how to solve problem in digital, they will not know. The problem is that it's not them. I see the professors and the school and the education system doesn't have much syllabus on it. So there's also a huge amount of failure I see when it comes to interview. Even if they come as an intern, I try to pick up students from across colleges and university, because what I haven't got in my life, I try to give back to the society, and I teach them up and try to hire them. The most important thing has happened is that things have changed so fast. Both sides, I see it's not because of the student. I see SMEs. I'm talking about 1,000, 2,000 crore turnover companies. They're all 45 age people. They don't understand digital marketing. They don't know how to even hire people. They don't even hire an agency who manage digital. I'm talking about, I also teach and educate CEOs and CXOs of the top Indian digital firms. They are digital farm companies, and they ask me to train their CEOs because they're all at 40 plus. They have no idea what is digital. So what is happening is a huge gap between the education system. There's a huge gray area in the corporate. So it's a blind man helping another blind man to cross the road. That's what I'm seeing. So the behavior has changed. So what is happening is that younger people are learning because there's a huge dearth of knowledge because you don't know other than making 4 or 5 courses. Which if you Google engineering college in India, if you Google engineering MBA colleges in India, Google will throw you some 20,000 pages. Try Googling Digital Marketing Institute in India. You will not find much. So huge gap. Now these are all problems we have been hearing. I want to be a part of the solution. Let me tell you what I exactly do. Is that since the modern teacher, we need a modern teacher, right? Where will you get it? Because the guy who's a modern teacher is already 40 plus. He comes from a traditional, in fact, I also come from a traditional school. I have thrown away all my 25 years of experience into a dustbin because it has no use now. I behave like a student and I keep on reading. So I try to be 2013, 2019 Subhobroto version, and tomorrow's is like 14 March 2019 Subhobroto version. That's what I'm trying to do every day. So there's a huge amount of missing in terms of who's going to teach. How do we solve that? I see we can solve that easily because there's a huge amount of Teach India movement. We all know Times of India started. Why can't we have a same movement where people who are professionals on digital world come out and start taking 1 hour, 2 hour session to people, younger people in the colleges? College cannot afford us. College cannot afford us. There's a huge gap because what I was trying to hear since morning, because we are the people who charge more of money. Maybe 1 lakh rupees or 3 lakh rupees or 4 lakh rupees for 2-3 sessions. College can't afford that, but they need us. I see big, I can't name it, bigger companies in institutions. They're hiring IT people and networking people to digital. It's so funny. I actually told the dean, what are you doing? You're asking a wrong man to teach something wrong. Absolutely, he's not. He is an IT guy. He doesn't understand digital. So there's a huge gap. So for that, I think we all need professional like us, government like us. We all need to. I think this is what I think is what we should be doing. The old thing has to be scrapped, the syllabus or the curriculum. Second, the corporate also like us need to come out and help younger people, tomorrow's generation, so that they cope up with and it can be done. 1 hour, 2 hour session can be done. And like Teach India, which I said, the last one, because we are all talking about digital India. How can you have a digital India if you don't have a digital professor or a teacher? So my submission to you doesn't end here. You have my Twitter handle, Subhobroto C. If you can tweet me, I am happy to help any corporate sitting here. I will not charge. Just take care. I will come and I will teach any of your corporate or any government organization looking for help. I am happy to give back. I make money consulting. I want to give back to all of you here sitting here. I want to be a part of the solution, helping people to understand digital. Thank you so much.